What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're talking about 2025 Mega Tins and whether or not there'll be a pricing issue with these tins this year. But before we get to all that and so much more, do have to give you the reminder that we are doing an entire case giveaway of the 2025 Mega Tins. Make sure to go check it out. It's a few videos ago. It says Mega Giveaway. You cannot miss it. All you gotta do in that video is subscribe, like, and comment, leave a pin in the comment section down below. It's 12 tins, so one lucky winner. It's free to enter, and it's open worldwide, and we're picking a winner at the end of August. Make sure to go check it out. Now, let's talk about the 2025 Mega Tins, because we do have, and most likely will have, a pricing issue, given from what we've seen this past year with the 25th anniversary tin of Dueling Mirrors, seeing that there was a huge set size, and I'm expecting it to be a huge set size for this year's tins too. We've seen a lot of the cards in last year's tin really spike up. The value in case has really spiked up as well, and yeah, I mean, a lot of the cards in here have definitely gone up from what they were once at as well. Pretty much everything going for a good price tag, even the QCRs in the tins from last year. And we're seeing prices really skyrocket for some of these cards over different periods of time as well, which is, again, it's nice to see some value in the tins for once, which is what we need. The only thing I will say with the caveat with that is that the tins are supposed to be things that you get access to, and these tins are not doing that, right? The whole point of a reprint product is to get access to things you need, and this is not doing that in that regard. Now, again, we talked about previous years giving tins value, and yes, we do want to give the tins value, but there needs to be equal balance. Right now, Konami is having trouble figuring out that equal balance as well, and right now the community is very frustrated because knowing that there's probably a huge set size coming in the 25th anniversary 2025 Mega Pack tin here, we're gonna probably see a lot of cards hard to pull, just like last year's tins, because you were never guaranteed the card you were looking for from a whole entire case of tins, which that in itself is a huge problem, because if you're trying to pull a card and you can't pull it from one case, that seems to be a pretty big issue. If I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I would be very frustrated myself. Now, so far we've seen some pretty good cards announced to us. Obviously, we want more Molcharmies, so on and so forth. They might hold off on Molcharmies for another product if I had to guess, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it past them if they really wanted to put it in this to really promote the tins and get it really selling here as well. But with that being said, we did get some pretty nice ultra rares. I will say, compared to last year's tins, these are pretty good selections. Future Signs is really nice to see. Ally of Justice Cycle Reader is really nice. Galleon Granite is amazing DPE. Always nice to see these cards get reprinted and get access to them pretty easily. What I think a lot of people are frustrated about is that they know that the Prismatic Secrets, which a lot of the good cards are in, is probably going to be really hard to pull because there's going to be a lot of those Prismatic Secrets with a lot of filler cards included in them as well. Now, Starlight Rares as well included are probably not going to be a lot of people's favorite cards either, just because a lot of these cards were previously QCR, so the value of those things have gotten people very frustrated in that regard. Now, there will be people happy, including myself, that very happy to see this card reprinted in terms of getting access to it to add to my collection. However, I am on the other side as well, that there needs to be some sort of collectability, and then making this too easy to access have actually hurt the value of more of the collectability market, which is not good, because we do want the collectible market to succeed as well, but it's not doing so because of certain things Konami is doing with stuff like this. And yeah, I would have paid a little bit more just to get access to something like this, but them pretty much giving it away for free, because that's what you're basically doing in this tin. You're basically giving this one away for free because you know it's going to be kind of more affordable, where we've seen this QCRs from last year's tins really cheap on that end. It's really the Prismatic Secrets that have held last year's tins up. Now, there is like one or two probably QCRs that have done well from last year's tins, but for the most part, we're seeing the Prismatic Secrets really being the one that holds up the tin, and for good reason, right? We have a lot of the good cards in the Prismatic Secrets selection. Silhouette Rabbit, Fiend's Requiem, Dragonling. Even this card had point in time where it was skyrocketing in price. Lacrima, Primite, Deception, Wedge Temple, Smith Track, Nightmare Throne, Black Garden, Voiceless Voice, Iron Thunder, Black Goat Laughs, the Dominus cards. I mean, there is countless amazing cards so far revealed to us, and I think people do want more because they definitely want to see more cards that they are hoping that would become available in this. The only caveat is that, will it be affordable to actually get? Will there be short prints? Will there be half prints? Will there be a huge ratio, right? All these things are very concerning, because knowing that probably where Konami is going with this all these cards, though they will be reprinted, the access to those cards will not be so accessible, and probably doing so that way they can input it into another product to make you buy into that next product as well. Very smart marketing move on their part, however, makes the community very frustrated, which is negative marketing on their aspect and their regard, which will actually put more players not wanting to play the game, which have already led to a lot of that recently. So we'll see where Konami goes with this. Again, I do think the 2025 Megatins will definitely sell. I don't think it's going to be like a huge bust. I just think a lot of people are going to be very frustrated with the route Konami has gone in terms of reprinting stuff, because their reprint, it's not really a reprint these days. It's more like, okay, reprinting it to you, but let's see if you can actually access it, right? Like, let's see if you can get lucky still. And that's not what you want, right? Because after a full case of tins, probably this year, you're probably not going to get everything you need, which is very unfortunate. A lot of these cards are probably going to be high in price. Your solid rares are probably going to be more affordable than anything else. It's just this column right here. It's going to be very hard to get the cards you need, especially for affordable price, right? I mean, it doesn't take a genius, especially looking at last year's tin, to realize this is probably what's going to happen, right? So just keep that in mind as you're looking to buy cases, you're looking to buy tins. What I will tell you, will there be an opportunity to buy certain things for a cheaper price? Maybe once the market kind of settles down just a tad. But things will pick up in value really fast as well, because people will realize and come to the conclusion that things are not easy to pull. Things are going to be very hard to, list, because there'll be probably low listings for a lot of things because they're very hard to pull, and people will be very frustrated to want to open these products because they know that they can't pull it, right? So they'd rather just buy singles off TCG Player, and a lot of those listings are going to be kind of vanished and making those prices skyrocket as well. So a lot of things to consider here as well, as you're going ahead and purchasing the 2025 Megatins coming out very soon, and really a lot of things to kind of consider as you're wanting to buy single cards as well, because we know that the single cards are going to be pretty expensive as well. Now, will they need another reprint depending on what card is going to be really on a high price point from these things? Possibly, right? And we don't know what cards will get short printed, knowing Konami's shenanigans, right? So that's another thing we have to talk about as well. It's just the shenanigans that Konami tends to really hurt the community views on their product a lot, and it's only adding on every single product that they bring out, that the more negativity follows with it as well, which is really, really harmful, right, to Yu-Gi-Oh! And right now, where the space of Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs to grow and not actually hurt itself, because again, we've talked about it in countless videos. There's so many other TCGs that are doing so well right now that Konami cannot put themselves in a place that continues to put themselves in destruction with their community, because people will flock to other card games. People will flock to just other hobbies, because why put your money, why put your time and effort into this card game when you can't actually access the things you need to play the card game, or collect the card game as well. So there's a lot of different aspects with this product, and they definitely need to find an equilibrium and balance in terms of selling the product, providing other cards to the community, and giving value to the product at shops so people can actually want to purchase it, versus kind of like shoving it to the side and trying to figure out whether or not they can buy singles, which again, it's not bad buying singles. It's good in certain points in times, but you should be picking up the product. You should want to pick up the product knowing that there's a pretty good chance for you to pull a really good card in it as well. And I feel right now people are very frightened that they won't pull the cards they need, because of what the ratio is probably going to look like, which I'm not gonna lie to you, since it does say this to be determined, and we're pretty much less than 15 days or so from this release. That's actually scary. That's like really, really scary that we don't know the ratios or anything yet. And I think that is what really is worrying a lot of people. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a bust. I just think people are going to be very frustrated by what they see in terms of the ratio size. And like I said, I'm praying and hoping that we're actually wrong and the ratios and the set size is actually shorter than it was last year, because then that would actually be a positive effect on the community. But as of right now, because they're doing this, everyone has a bad taste in their mouth and kind of expecting them to do some sort of really bad shenanigans with what they are planning to do, which is reprint the cards, but use those reprints for other products in the future as well, so that way they can capitalize on those products as well. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think this product will be affordable a year from now? Do you think the cards will be expensive on release and even more expensive throughout time? What do you think of the reprint so far? Are we getting good ultra rares? Are we getting good prismatic rares? Are we getting good starlight rares? I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your thoughts. I do think, for the most part, from what we've seen so far, the prismatic rare selection has been pretty good. Sure, there's some cards that we can probably complain about here and there, but for the most part, there are pretty good cards that are getting reprinted in the tin so far. The starlight rares, I would say 25% probably really good, versus the other 75%. I'm kind of questioning why they're getting a starlight rare reprint here in this one. Ultra rare selection, I think it's much better than last year so far. Obviously, there's many more ultra rares to be revealed to us, but not too shabby, if I do say so myself as well. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Want to hear your opinion, want to hear your thoughts. We'll catch you next one. Please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.